Snake, watch out!
For what? That pink marshmallow?
That's Kirby, also known as Kirby from Dreamland. He's from another planet. In other words, an extraterrestrial. He's got a powerful stomach that lets him swallow and digest anything. And he also has a copy ability that allows him to mimic opponents, steal their moves, and use those moves against them. On top of that, he has the power to fly around the stage. So once he's got you in his sights, there's no place to run.
Yeah, got it. I'll keep an eye out. Mei Ling, there's a mysterious masked man flying around here with a sword.
That's Meta Knight. He's a knight from Dreamland. They say his sword swings can break the sound barrier. Whatever you do, don't get caught in one of his furious barrage attacks. He also commands the Halberd, a flying battleship.
I've seen it. The bow looks like his mask. What kind of weirdo puts his face on the bow of a ship anyway?
Maybe he's a little narcissistic. Kind of like someone else I know.
Really? Who would that be?
Use your imagination.
Look at the size of that hammer.
That's King Dedede you're fighting, Snake.
Dedede? You mean it's not a penguin, Colonel?
He's the king of Dreamland. Well, so he says anyway.
Are you sure he's not a penguin?
One full swing from that hammer can level an entire building. It may look like just a big wooden mallet, but it's actually outfitted with special mechanical systems, like turbojets and precision bearings to boost its effectiveness.
I don't think I could even lift that thing. He's swinging it around like it was nothing.
But he also leaves himself wide open. Just make sure you avoid the swing, Snake.
Snake, have you ever heard of the ancient Chinese story, The Vain Ocean of Wealth and Splendor, from the Zhenjiangji?
I've been waiting for the movie.
Basically, it's meant to express the impermanence of all things. You know, like even when Captain Olimar has lots of pickling with him, they could all be gone the next moment. Those poor little guys, they carry, they fight, they multiply. They get eaten. Olimar might have lots of company one minute and be all alone the next. It's so sad.
But he can pluck out more Pikmin anytime he wants, right?
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
No one truly fights alone. Not even me.
You're absolutely right, Snake. Good luck. I'm rooting for you.
Colonel, that fox is fast.
You're fighting Fox, eh, Snake? His full name is Fox McCloud. He's the leader of the Commando for Hire unit, Star Fox. They're mostly active in a galaxy known as the Lilac System. Fox and his comrades pilot all-terrain fighter crafts called Arwings. His skills in combat can turn the tide of any battle. You seem to have a thing with foxes, don't you, Snake?
Don't remind me. First Foxhound and now this guy. I'm sick of foxes.
You and foxes have a long history together. You ought to be proud.
This is Snake.
Copy, Snake. This is Slippy.
What? Who is this? What are you? Some kind of frog?
Easy there, buddy. Just thought I'd hop on the wireless and give you a holler. Don't get mad.
Hacked right into my channel, huh?
But I'm not here to mess nothing up. Don't worry. Just so you know, Falco uses a blaster and reflector that I designed, just like Fox does. But Falco will kick his reflector and send it flying around. Just showing off, if you ask me.
No reason a weapon can't have more than one use. In fact, I'd say its versatility shows how well you designed it.
Hey, maybe so. I feel all fuzzy now. Thanks, Snake.
Maybe next time we meet, you can design me a weapon. Colonel, there's a guy in here who looks like a wolf.
You mean the fighter named Wolf?
Wolf. He's a real imaginative name.
He's the leader of a ragtag team called Star Wolf. They're the longtime rivals of Star Fox.
Kinda strange for a wolf to have friends, isn't it?
Well, I don't think he works well with others. I suppose they're more like hangers-on than actual comrades. But he's a remarkable pilot, and his ship, the Wolfen, is no slouch either.
But this is hand-to-hand combat, Colonel. He's out of his element.
Careful, Snake. Those claws of his aren't just for show.
Hey, that's Captain Falcon, isn't it?
Good eye, Snake. He's F-Zero pilot number 7.
You know, seeing Captain Falcon here reminds me, we should do that thing we've always wanted to try.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Good idea. Okay, ready? Go!
Falcon punch!
Falcon kick!
Oh, how cute!
What? The yellow thing?
That's Pikachu. It's a Pokemon. They're popular all over the world, you know? It may look cute, but be careful. It can store up large amounts of electricity in those adorable little cheeks. It'll try to pepper you with electric shocks.
Couldn't be much worse than Ocelot's old torture device.
Oh, and Snake?
What?
I was wondering, could you maybe try and catch Pikachu for me? Please?
Give me a break. What do I look like, a Pokemon trainer?
Fine. Sorry I asked.
Pokemon trainer? That's the guy giving orders behind the Pokemon, right?
Right. And this Pokemon trainer is controlling Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. They represent water, grass, and fire, and they're all powerful.
So, he makes his Pokemon fight while he sits back and watches. Sounds like a good deal if you ask me.
It's not like that, Snake. Those Pokemon wouldn't know what to do if the Pokemon trainer wasn't there giving orders. In every battle, there's a soldier doing the fighting, and a commander telling him what to do. By working together as a team, they accomplish much more than either could on their own. So let's do this together, partner.
Yeah, whatever you say, Colonel.
You're fighting Lucario, aren't you, Snake?
Mei Ling, what's that purple fire coming out of his hands?
That's his aura.
Aura?
I guess you could call it his life force. Lucario can use his own aura and turn it into power. Every time Lucario's damage increases, his aura gains strength, making his attacks more powerful. So don't think you've got him beat just because his health is down.
Ah, the corner rat will bite the cat. Sounds like trouble.
Hey! When did you become so good with proverbs?
You must have rubbed off on me.
We'll come back in one piece, and I'll teach you all the Chinese proverbs you can handle.
Ah, there's a big eyeball walking around here.
That's just Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff? Some kind of marshmallow?
Jigglypuff is a balloon-shaped Pokemon. It may be light and puffy and full of air, but its sleep ability is devastating.
Sleep? What's so devastating about it going to sleep?
The instant it falls asleep, there's a huge buildup of energy in its center of gravity. If it hits you, it's lights out for sure.
So, puts a lot of energy into sleeping. Pretty irresponsible, if you ask me.
Takes all kinds, Snake. Especially here in Brawl.
Snake, have you heard the saying, politics makes strange bedfellows?
Don't tell me that's a Chinese proverb.
No. It means that when the going gets tough, you might need unexpected partnerships in order to succeed. Marth was a prince whose kingdom was usurped. He didn't even have an army to fight with him. But as he battled his way forward, he found new allies to fight at his side, and in the end, he was able to reunite the war-torn land of Altea.
So, he built his army from the ranks of his defeated enemies.
Marth did his share of fighting too. Even when he had an army, he was always alongside his men in the thick of battle. Then he was betrayed by one of his most trusted friends. I can't even imagine how that feels.
I can. This swordsman's gonna be tough to beat.
Fighting Ike, eh, Snake? Ike is the leader of the Grail mercenaries. He may look too refined to be a fighter, but he has one heck of a sword arm.
Yeah, he's swinging that two-handed sword around with only one hand. I don't even want to get near it.
That's the Holy Blade of Ragnell. It's an extremely powerful sword. But don't forget, Snake, you're armed to the teeth yourself. To your opponents, you might just be their worst nightmare. The distance between you and your enemy is a crucial element in battle. Using that distance can give you an advantage against some enemies.
Yeah, I've got the same feeling.
That kid, isn't that Ness?
Ness.
He may look like a mere boy, but don't let that fool you. He has PSI abilities that defy all scientific explanation.
Just like Psycho Mantis.
Exactly. He can use teleportation, levitation, pyrokinesis, and psychokinesis.
Yeah, but the question is, can he read minds?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Good. Then I won't have to worry about him predicting my every move.
Even if he had telepathic powers, I don't think he'd use them to mess with you like that. I hear he's a good kid.
I see you're fighting Lucas, Snake.
Lucas?
That boy has PSI powers, which he can use for different kinds of attacks. The poor little guy's had such a hard life. His mother was killed when he was young, and he was separated from his brother. After that, he faced all kinds of senseless hardships, and he slowly grew stronger.
Senseless hardships. Yeah, I had a lot of those too. The question is, how you translate those hardships into a better future.
Well, I hope things turn out okay for him.